Hey Illini fans, welcome to this week's episode of The Eye. I'm Olivia Schmidt, your host. Let's get started with the Illini Rewind. Due to his lights-out performance against Wisconsin, Trent Frazier is our Prairie Farms Performer of the Week. Frazier was named the Big Ten Freshman of the Week honor for the second time of his career. Frazier had a career-high 30 points against the Badgers, which is the most by an Illini freshman in 24 years. Frazier drained 7 of 11 from the three-point range, which is just one shy of the overall school record of 8. Sometimes there's more to a sport than the game itself, and for Illini head coach Dan Hartleb, attitude and effort is everything.
The thing that I know, the majority of the players, they want to be out here. This is the part that kind of drives them a little bit, and so they need reminders in other areas because there'll be a day when baseball's over and the other portion will be more important than what happened on the field. We had a number of young guys last year that are obviously a year older, but I think we're a year better. Players about getting better each and every day. We need to be strong student athletes, and it's not just about coming out and playing on the field, but I want guys to do a good job in the classroom and leave with a great degree. Having an opportunity to go on and play after college, I try to keep everything simple. You know, we don't have 95 bunt plays, we don't have 95 pickoffs. There's a few things that we put in, and we try to keep it simple so guys can react and go out and have fun and play the game. But the two things that we talk about in every aspect of life, have a great attitude and give us great effort. Doesn't mean you don't have some bumps in the road, but if you continue to have a good attitude and give the great effort, even when things aren't going well, you usually come out on top. My biggest thing is my kids, I wanted them to leave the field smiling. I think if they were smiling, they always wanted to go back. Now, that doesn't mean you're not disappointed that you lost a game or maybe you made an error or something didn't go well, but if you wanted to go back to the field every day, then you're probably going to grow as a player and have an opportunity to get better and be fairly successful. That's one thing that will take you a long way in life. It's going to allow you to do things that you want to do and hopefully live a certain lifestyle that may be important to you as you grow older. That's how simple I keep it with our guys.
After the break, we'll get to know an Illini sophomore on the women's track and field team.
It's hard not to be a fan of a credit card that gives you more while saving you money every single day. The Illini Visa Rewards Card, available only through U of I Community Credit Union.
Chisom Nwoko recently ran the 6th fastest 400 meter in Illini history. Samantha McQueen tells us more about this Illini track and field star.
Thanks, Olivia. This week we wanted to introduce you to a sophomore athlete who has the poise, determination, and skill that's ahead of her time. Chisom Nwoko on the women's track and field team is as consistent as they come. Coming from Oak Park and River Forest High School with already 2 state meets under her belt. She has a personal record in pole vault of 12 feet and 7.5 inches, as well as a 54.16 second 400. Her freshman year here at Illinois scored her an epic tie for a spot on the 4x4 at her first Big Ten conference with the team. In order for her to perform at her best, Chisom not only has pre-meet routines, but also looks up to her older teammates for confidence. She says that being on the track team has taught her resilience and determination. She strives to eventually make the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo with her best friends by her side. Keep kicking it, Chisom. Olivia, back to you.
Thanks, Samantha. It was a busy week in Illinois athletics with more coming up this weekend. Marissa Sulek joins us in the studio for this week's Illini Preview.
Thanks, Olivia. I'm Marissa Sulek with this week's Illini Preview to see what's coming up in Illinois athletics. Men's basketball heads to Michigan State on Tuesday with a quick turnaround Thursday when they host Purdue. Keep an eye out for Trent Frazier, who had a career-high 32 points against Wisconsin last week, which is the third best freshman scoring performance in the program's history. On Sunday, women's basketball heads to Evanston, followed by another on-the-road performance at Purdue. Brandy Beasley is one to watch out for after she nailed a season-high 21 points at Indiana. Men's tennis flies to Seattle this weekend for the ITA National Indoor Championships on Friday, while women's tennis takes on the Iowa Hawkeyes at home. Both men and women's track and field teams host the Orange and Blue Open this Saturday, which is the indoor season finale before the Big Ten Indoor Championships. Both teams attended the Iowa State Classic last weekend and each saw 3 PRs and strong performances in the 4x400. That's what's coming up this week in Illinois athletics. Olivia, back to you.
Thanks, Marissa. That's all for this week's episode of The Eye. Make sure to check back next week for more inside looks on Illinois athletics.